Hello.
Ciao. Hi, I'm
Hello.
Isotta, and I attended the MAD about 3 years ago, and so, thank you because it's so great to have the opportunity to share my good memories about this experience. Before the master, I've attended the art high school in Venice, and then I moved in Milan, where I hold the bachelor degree in fashion design at Politecnico di Milano, specializing in accessory design. And then I started with the master. My experience during the master was great for both human and professional point of view. We were about 15 people from all around the world with very different backgrounds, and every week we were briefed on a new project about a different category of accessories, and it was very interesting seeing how what everyone's interpretation of the project was. This was so great. Maybe sometime it was quite hard because we had just few days to develop a complete project, but in hindsight, I think that it's a great exercise because it was very useful. If you want to work for a fashion brand, you have to learn to work fast and at different projects at the same time. So, and don't worry, because at the end of the week, even when it seems impossible, you will always complete your project, and it's a great satisfaction. From a very practical point of view, the best thing about the master to me is that in just few months you can produce a really complete personal portfolio. And this is very useful because, I'll be honest, in my experience, it's a really competitive and sometimes closed market. So you have to face interviews with the different type of brands and realities. And if you have a strong portfolio that shows that you have learned a design method and you can use it in a wide range of products, it can make a difference during the interview, even if you don't have a specific real job experience in a specific category. And it has helped me a lot because, as I'm going to tell you, my work experience after the master are quite different from each other. My first job experience as a designer wasn't in a fashion brand, but in Piaggio, and the stage was offered to me by a professor from this master that was also my tutor. In Piaggio, I've designed the collections of garments and accessories and merchandising products for Vespa, and it was very interesting because the Vespa clients is the scooter rider, and it has a really specific and unique needs. And during this experience, I've learned how important it is to define a strong brand identity and a specific target. After this experience, I came back in Milan, and I worked for a year in a design studio called Zerbi, that is specialized in footwear design. And we've designed the collections of shoes for Versace men, Fratelli Rossetti women, and other smaller brands. And the studio experience was quite nice because working for different brands, you really have the opportunity. In 1 year, I really had the opportunity to see different realities in terms of structure. So maybe, for example, a a big fashion luxury brand like Versace compared with smaller clients from Marche where the shoes are actually made, and it's really interesting. And in terms of products, I had the opportunity to work with formal shoes, sneakers, men, women, top price and low price pointed shoes, and it was a full experience. After my experience in Derby, I started a new job at Terminologia in the leather goods design office, and that was my first experience in a real fashion company, and it was really useful in order to understand the whole process behind the development of a collection. And I have the opportunity to work with other offices, so product development, merchandising, pattern makers, and it really gave me a deep awareness of my job. And I would say that when after all this work, seeing bags and accessories designed by me in a Zegna store or on the runway during the fashion shows, it was a really fulfilling sensation. Unfortunately, my contract expired during the COVID situation, so I had to find a new opportunity. And it will be on eyewear. I will start next Monday for a luxury group, so I hope. My advice for the future students of the master is to really take advantage of the expertise of the teachers and the tutors during the workshops, and to be a little proactive. I mean, they will have just 5 days to explain the process, the design process behind a bag, a shoe, or a jewel. So if you want to deepen a specific knowledge about material, technique, I don't know, go and ask them, because it's a very friendly environment and they will be really helpful. And even if you feel that your weakness is, I don't know, digital renderings or sewing prototypes or something like that, use this time to stay sometime away from your comfort zone and experiment and have fun, because it's really a great experience and you'll have good memories about that, I'm sure.